Hey, what's up? It's me, Jessica J, and I was just wondering if you've ever sat and thought to yourself, hey, Jessica, should us men test women? Well, if so, I'm glad you asked, because the short answer is yes, the fuck you should! And to find out exactly why you should do it and why we women get desperate to have you after you do, or another one of my videos, don't forget to hit that subscribe button with the notification bell. Okay, so I said yes, you should test women, but it's not in the way where you are making them jump through hoops, telling them all these lies, trying to get them to figure out if you're lying and shit. I had a guy, here's an example of how not to test a woman. I was talking to this guy a couple years back, maybe 20 years back now, we were children. That's right, we weren't up in the bars yet. Okay, maybe I was like 18. Damn. Anyway, him and I were talking. We were already hooking up. He was the only guy I was talking to. I was very sure that this was gonna be my boyfriend, given 2 more days of us talking and interacting and copulating. However, one day he brings me to this house party at his friend's house. I bring my friends. He's got his friends. And sure enough, he disappears for the entire night as each one of his friends takes turns hitting on me, trying to get me to come up to the bedroom. Now, I thought to myself that, oh fuck, like he must have told his friends that he's not really that into me and that I'm like up for grabs or some shit. That's probably why they're all trying to do this. And I end up grabbing my friends being like, yo, let's get the fuck out of here. And we ended up leaving and I proceeded to ignore his calls and texts for the next 5 or 6 years. And then finally we run into each other at a club in the Jersey Shore. I'm back home after college. The chemistry was still there. We ended up exchanging numbers that night and he ended up calling me that night and he's like, what the fuck happened to you back then? And I was like, all your friends tried to fuck me. Why would they do that unless you told them you were not interested in me? He says to me, oh, just like every single girl that I've like talked to, I told my friends to like try to fuck them and then my friends, at least one of them would always succeed. So I needed to know if you were a good girl and you passed the test. You didn't hook up with any of my friends, so I wanted to be with you. And I was like, the logic there is very flawed because I think it could be argued that I was right in thinking that, you know, he didn't like me. Oh, guys, you know, I'm actually not interested in her. Sure, talk to her. Right? Every girl I've told this story to thought that's what it was. Every guy I've told this story to knew what he was doing. So again, this disconnect between men and women, I'm gonna tell you exactly why it is good to test women and what you should do instead as opposed to what this guy did to me. Here's the thing, we women, we are so much more inclined to lie and put up a front in the very beginning of the courting stages, in the dating stages, because we have so much more at risk to lose than you. And we have so much more to gain from us committing to one another than you. Men don't necessarily benefit as much from a committed relationship as women do. Because again, our bodies are not aware that we are not in the caveman days. Our bodies on a primitively biological scale believe that sex is only for creating babies. Us women, if we were to let you spread your seed inside us, our bodies believe that we're now gonna be completely incapacitated for the next 9 months. We're gonna be sicker, our immune systems are gonna go down. The number 1 cause of death of pregnant woman is murder by a man. So we better pick a good man. And if we women really want to have a baby soon, or you know, our clock is ticking, we have so much more at stake and we need to lie that much more to keep you around. Which is why it is so much more important for you to be selective and weed out for the women who are just a pretty face, who are just initially really cool and great. I don't mean try to get all your friends to fuck her. I'm talking about really finding out if there's more substance to her than what you're initially attracted to at face value. Because too many guys see a pretty face and everything goes out the window. Fuck all for my standards. She's hot. But no, you really gotta sit there, take some space away, and treat this girl like, wait a minute, what do you have to offer me? I'm the one who benefits from not being in a committed relationship. So the way to test women is not by trying to be like, well, what do you do for work? And how educated are you? And can you cook and clean and shit? You don't need to quiz her like that, but you do need to have a set of standards for yourself and test her against your standards and criteria that are deal breakers for you. That is the way to test women, to actually have a set of rules for yourself and see how she compares. Too many of you guys try to fit into this mold of what women want, but really, you're the ones that we should be proving ourselves to. And that's what I talk about as the very first shift you need to make make in regards to attracting women on autopilot, exuding that premium presence that we women will chase after and very gladly be tested against. We'll take any fucking test you want when we know you are a man who has these standards that he will not veer away from for just anybody. It's the guys who fall victim to any girl who's pretty and I don't have standards, just take me, pick me, huh? Those are the guys that why would we commit to you? You're not gonna stick around if you get us pregnant. Who's to say you're not just gonna leave us for the next girl who's super hot? Because hot girls are a dime a dozen. You have to be in a place where you are the selector who is not letting just anybody in. So I go over this in my free masterclass, exactly how to make that shift, exactly how to test these women, and exactly how to then magnetize women to you automatically with this newfound attitude. Because it's that attitude alone that is going to make women desperate to prove themselves to you and be picked by you. So register right here now if you haven't yet, or on the end screen. Either way, please stop testing women by getting all your friends to hit on her and seeing what she's gonna do about it, or treating her like shit and seeing if she'll still stick around. I had an ex that, thought, well, if I treated you like shit and you still wanted me, that meant you were a good girl. Like, what? Please don't test women like that, guys. Test women from a place of power, not a place of deficit where you're like, oh, let me treat her like this because I'm insecure she might leave. No, you need to know that she's not gonna leave if you put her through your set of rules that you want for yourself and you're willing to say bye if she doesn't fit what you want. So thanks for watching as always. Don't forget to watch my free masterclass. Register now if you haven't. Thanks for watching as always. I don't know if I said that, and I'll see you guys next time anyway.